Watch this bottle. In fraction of a second, it has to stop in exactly the right spot. Not a millimeter more, not a millimeter less. Too early, it leaves empty. Too late, the drink spills everywhere. Now multiply that moment by 50,000 bottles an hour. One small mistake repeated that many times and the factory can lose thousands of the dollar. Here's a question you probably never stop to ask. How does machine know that precisely exactly where it is? It is not luck. And it's not just a powerful motor. It's something far smarter, a servo motor. In this video, we are going to answer a question that comes up all the time in industrial automation. What exactly is servo motor and how it is different from a regular motor? By the end of this video, you will understand the parts of the servo motor, how servo motor works, what is the working principle, and where exactly you will see them in industries, or what are the industrial applications of a servo motor. Before we go ahead and talk about servo motor, it's important to understand a basic concept of an AC motor. So let's start with basic AC motor. The kind of a motor you find running a pump or a fan. You give it a power and it spins. You take away power and it stops. So here's the problem. The motor has no idea what position its shaft is in. So it knows to spin or don't spin. For a fan, that's fine. But what if you need a motor to stop at exactly right position? Like positioning part under a cutting tool or stopping a conveyor at exact spot. A regular motor can't do that on its own. It needs a way to know where it is. That's where servo motor comes in. Imagine driving a car with your eyes closed. You could accelerate, you could steer, but you will never know where exactly you are because you can't see from the eyes. A normal motor has the same problem. It spins, but it spins blindly. So engineers gives the motor something it never had. Eyes. These eyes are called encoder. We have another video on encoder. If you are interested to watch, link is provided on the screen. Now let's talk about what are the main components of a servo motor. Servo motor is not one device. It's actually 4 systems working together. Number 1 is electrical motor. When power is applied, it begins to spin, but it has no idea where it is or where it needs to stop. The second component is gearbox. The motor spins at very high speed, often several thousands RPM. But industrial machines don't need a raw speed. They need control moment and high torque. The gearbox reduces the speed while multiplying the torque, letting the servo move heavy loads smoothly and accurately. The third part is encoder. Think of it as motor eyes. As the output shaft rotates, encoder continuously measures its exact position, speed and direction. Then send this information back to controller. Without it, motor would have no idea where it is. Finally, the fourth component, servo drive, the brain of the system. It receives the desired position from a PLC or a motion controller, an actual position from encoder. It continuously compares two. If they don't match, it adjusts the speed, direction or torque until error becomes 0. The entire process happens hundreds or even thousands of a time every second. Now it's the time to talk about what is the working principle or how these components work together to make a servo system. To understand the working principle of a servo motor, it's important to divide the concept into smaller steps. Step 1. The PLC sends the target position to servo drive. Let's say 90 degrees. Step 2. The servo drive needs to know where motor actually is right now. It gets that data from encoder, which is continuously reporting motor's real positions back to the drive. That's called feedback. And that's the key difference between servo motor and standard motor. Step 3. The servo drive compares the target positions to the actual position. In our example, the target is 90 degree. And for example, actual is 15 degree. The difference is 75 degrees. And that's called position error. Now step number 4. Servo drive powers the motor to reduce the error. As the motor turns, the encoder keeps reporting the updated position 50, 40, 65, 82, and the drive keeps comparing it to the target every time. As error gets smaller, the drive slows down the motor, so it eases into final position instead of overshooting it. So here's the important point. It is not happening just once or twice. This compare and correct cycle runs continuously, typically hundreds or thousands of the time every second. Step number 5. Once the actual position matches the target, for example, our target was 90, so once we have actual position 90, so in this case the error hits 0. The drive stops the motor and it keeps monitoring even after that. That's important. Once it have achieved the desired results, it would not stop doing its job. It will still continue monitoring even after that. If something moves the shaft out of the target, the drive will detect it and correct it automatically. The entire process, command, feedback, comparison, correction, is called closed loop control system. That's the term you will hear used most often when people talk about servo motor. Now let's talk about what's the difference between servo and stepper motor. A stepper motor moves in a fixed increment based on pulses it receives, and it assumes it reached the correct position. So it has no feedback to confirm it. Under the light loads, it works fine. But if the load increases and motor can't quite keep up, the stepper has no way of detecting that it fell behind. It just continues as if nothing happened. On another hand, servo motor, because it has encoder feedback, will detect the difference between where it is and where it should be, even under heavy load, and it's obviously gonna correct for it if it is lacking behind. So the short version, steppers are open loop, servos are closed loop. That's the core difference, and it is why servos are generally the choice when protection matters or loads are unpredictable. Now let's talk about the difference between DC and AC servo motor. When we talk about DC servo motor, power source is DC. On another end, AC servo motor's power source is AC. Precision in a DC motor is good, but in AC, it's excellent. Torque in DC motor is moderate, whereas in AC, it's high. The maintenance depends on brushes for DC motor, whereas for AC, obviously very low. When it comes to typical use, DC motors are used DC servo motor, are used in robotics, small automation, whereas AC servo motors are used in CNC, packaging, and conveyors. When you run into servo motor, mostly you will often find servo motor in CNC packaging equipments, robotics, pick and place systems, and any other application where precision, position under varying load is required. So just to recap, a servo motor is a system made up of 4 components: motor, gearbox, encoder, and servo drive. The encoder provides continuous feedback on position. The drive compares that to the target position and it corrects the motor until error becomes zero. That's closed loop control system, and that allows servo motor to hold precise position. What is going on? Precise position even under load. In the next video, we are going to talk about some more interesting topics similar to servo motor, like similar to servo. So if in the case you have any idea you want us to make some specific video on the topic of your choice, please comment down. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, turn your notification on, subscribe if you haven't yet. Until next time, it's Noman signing out, and Allah Hafiz.